And happy Sunday, Pacer Nation. Welcome to Roberto Hernandez Stadium for Game 3 between the USC Aiken Pacers and the Lander Bearcats. Pacers have already won the series 2-0. Now they're trying to get the series sweep. Lander just trying to stay alive. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us on Pack the Park Day, and the park is indeed packed. Lots and lots of people, lots and lots of games. On the mound today for the 28-16 Pacers, we have Zach Rafuse. Rafuse's stat line is as followed: a 3.38 ERA, 4-3 record in his 11 starts, 64 innings pitched, 59 hits, 25 runs, only 24 of them earned. Backing up Rafuse, we have Brian Pereira catching. The first baseman is Connor Durden. Over at second base, Philip Watcher. The shortstop, Chandler Rogers, and over at third base, Dalton Weeks, who has had an impressive series, an impressive year to say the least. Moving on into the outfield, center fielder Jose Bonilla, left field Joey Smithers, and right field is Niall Goings. Pacers looking for their 20th conference win, as they are 19-7 overall in the Peach Belt Conference, sitting in second place right now in the conference standings. And Pereira tosses it down to second base. That means we are about ready to start things up here. Leading off for the Lander Bearcats, we have the first baseman, Mike Fitchin. He's led off all three games this series, batting .291 on the year. No homers, 25 RBIs. And the first pitch is fouled off. We are underway, 0-1. The 0-1 falls into the strike zone, 0-2. The 0-2 misses high with a fastball, 1-2. Rafuse usually the #1 starter in the rotation. They decided they wanted to give him a couple extra days off, so he gets the third game of the three-game set. And another high fastball missing. And here comes the 2-2. That one is sent into center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Leadoff single for Fitchin. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Colton Yeager. Yeager with a .313 average on the year. 2 homers, 29 RBIs. First pitch is sent high into the sky. Foul territory, right field side. Goings chasing after it, but it's going to end up out of play and out of reach. So a long strike one for Yeager. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And the 0-2. Adleman's fouled straight back. Count stays right where it is at 0-2. Rafey's dealing again. And that one is fouled off almost in the exact same spot. And once again, the 0-2. Ball in the dirt. Pereira blocks it, keeping it in front of him. So Fitchin will stay at first. Now the 1-2 on its way. And that one is a chopper. That's going to foul. Would have been a tough play if that had stayed fair. So a lucky break for USC Aiken. Swing and a miss. Rafeus gets Yeager on strikes for the first out.
Second baseman number 21, Carson Jones.
Now the second baseman, Carson Jones, will come to the plate. .255 average on the year, but 11 home runs and 26 RBIs. Runner still on first now with one out here in the top of the first inning. First pitch is high for ball one. The 1-0. Misses high and outside. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. And a call of time here from Jones. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Runner on first, 1 out. And a check throw to first base, not in time. Two 2-1 misses high, 3 balls, 1 strike. Foul tip. Holds on to it, full count. And a swing and a miss. Rayfuse works back from down 3-1 to get the strikeout of Jones for the second out.
The third baseman, number 18, Nathan Schreckengast.
Now Nathan Schreckengast will come up to the plate. 2 outs, runner still on first base. Schreckengast with a .268 average on the year, 8 homers, 27 RBIs. First pitch curveball finds the strike zone, strike 1. That one will be fouled off, 0-2. And the 0-2, right back to Rayfuse, who grabs it, trots on over to first, and tosses it to Durden for the third and final out. We move on to the bottom of the first inning, all tied up 0-0 with the Pacers coming to bat. And welcome back, folks. Bottom of the first inning getting underway. Pacers and Bearcats in game 3. Jose Bonilla leading things off for the Pacers in this bottom half of the first. .317 batting average, 4 homers, 16 RBIs to his name. Facing off against the starting pitcher for Lander, Chris Sheehan. Stat line on him is as follows: a 4.86 ERA, 3-5 record in his 11 games started. one complete game on the season. 66 2/3 innings pitched, 70ths of them earned, 23 walks, 54 strikeouts, and an opponent batting average of .274. That one missing high, going all the way to the backstop for a ball. Count 2-0 to Bonilla to start things off. Right on the inside corner for a call strike. See Schreckengoss charging, expecting Bonilla to bunt. He's got the speed to do it, and he did it twice in game one, where he had a 20-foot swinging single and a 20-foot bunting single. Swing and a miss there, though. Evens things up at 2-2. And Bonilla lines that one into right field. That'll be a base hit. Good way to start off the first for Bonilla and the Pacers.
The third baseman, number 44, Dalton Weeks.
Now Dalton Weeks will dig on in. Pacer third baseman outstanding on the season with a .363 batting average, 14 home runs, 55 RBIs. All three of those lead the Pacers in those categories. And add another one, his slugging percentage is .693. 4 different categories that Dalton Weeks leads the Pacers in offensively. I'd almost say you want to move him to the cleanup spot, but he's been doing so well in the number 2 spot that why bother shaking things up and possibly ruining it? Weeks fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Another great day yesterday, went 4 for 4 with 3 doubles. 2 runs scored as well on that night and 3 RBIs. And if you're going to get hot at this point in the season going into postseason play. The 0-1. High and outside for a ball, 1-1. And now I don't want to jinx him, but I have to point out that his defensive play has improved dramatically as the season has gone on. At the start, made a couple of errors. Sometimes they were a little costly, but since then he's made some absolutely fantastic plays at third base, backhanding these hard shot ground balls to the hot corner and getting the throw over to first cleanly. He has turned into a great third baseman. And now the 2-1 to Weeks. He's going to pop that one up. That's going to stay in the infield right side. And the catch is made by Fitchton. However, a collision between Carson Jones and the field umpire sent both of them tumbling to the ground. And fortunately for them, there was the ball was not there. The play was not there. Otherwise, that would have been absolutely tragic. But Weeks pops out for the first out. Brian Pereira coming up to bat now with a runner on first and 1 out. And there's just some grins going on between umpire and player. No hard feelings. So Pereira digging in, the catcher for today's game. .288 average on the year, 11 home runs, 43 RBIs. He also has an impressive slugging percentage of .531. And Lander is employing the shift as they have done and as many teams have done for Brian Pereira. And it has cost him a few hits, but he's starting to learn how to hit over the shift if he has to. And you can see him trying to work with hitting it the other way. Pitch high and outside for ball 2. He hasn't quite gotten it down yet. A lot of times when he hits it the other way, he doesn't have a lot of power behind it. But once he starts figuring that out, I'm sure he's going to send a few into that corner out there in left field. Possibly get some doubles, maybe even some triples. Two-0 pitch is high and outside. 3 balls, no strikes to Brian Pereira. Outside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Pereira. Runners on first and second with only 1 out for the right fielder, Niall Goings. Goings, 284 on the season, 7 home runs, 21 RBIs. Goings looking to give the Pacers an early lead here. First pitch low and away for ball 1. Ooh, right down the middle. That was a good pitch to go for. Goings watches it go by, and it's 1-1. High inside fastball. Goings swings and misses, 1-2. Fouled straight back, and that'll end up out of play. Count stays frozen at 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Goings pops it up. That'll end up fouling out of play in the picnic area where everybody's hanging out. And hopefully that avoided players. It did avoid players. It avoided people, I should say. Not a lot of room for a baseball to land without hitting something over there in the picnic area today. Runners go. Throw down to third is more than enough in time to get Bonilla. Pitch was high for a ball, 2-2. The double steal only works halfway as Pereira is safe at second. Bonilla out at third. Score that caught stealing 2-5 in your books. Ryan Pereira is safe, however. And Goings loops that one in for a single into left field. Pereira rounding third. He's coming home. He will score. It's an RBI single for Niall Goings. And the Pacers are on top, 1-0.
The first baseman, number 30, Connor Jordan.
Well, Connor Dern will come to the plate now. Runner on first, 2 outs, and a 1-0 lead to work with. Dern batting .320 on the season, has 8 home runs, 33 RBIs. Pitch outside for ball 1. Smacked one of those home runs yesterday. High and inside for a ball. It was a 2-run home run that gave the Pacers the 3-1 lead yesterday, and they never looked back, taking Game 2 by a score of 10-2, thanks to a strong outing from Christian Aragon and Brooks Calvo, who had 3 quality innings of relief and ended up with earning a save because of that. The back-to-back days where the pitching has been phenomenal, and they weren't even the number 1 starting pitchers for the Pacers. That one's out there today in Zach Rafuse. Inside for a ball, 3-0. And Dern sends one into right field. That's going to find the corner. Go for extra bases. Goings rounding third. They're going to send him home. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time. Goings ends up colliding with the catcher Moore. He's a little shaken up. Dern makes his way into third on the throw. And Goings is a little slow to get up. They give each other a little tap. He seems to be okay. Good hustle out there from Niall Goings to get the run. RBI double for Connor Dern. Pacers up 2-0.
The left fielder, number 9, Joey Smithers.
Now Joey Smithers coming up to the plate with a runner on third base. Still 2 outs. Smithers, .295 average, 5 homers, 31 RBIs. And going back to that play at the plate there, no hard feelings. Fortunately, both of them just give each other a little pat on the back. There's a hard collision at the plate, but they're just trying to do their jobs. And Smithers sends that one into right field. Not that deep, though, as it will be caught for the third and final out. But 2 runs are scored here in the bottom of the first inning. Pacers jumping out to a 2-0 lead as we move on to the top of the second. And welcome back. Top of the second inning getting underway. Zach Moore will lead it off for Lander. Moore, the catcher. Batting .330 on the year. Has 4 homers and 25 RBIs. Pacers up 2-0 on the Bearcats as we start things off. And a swing and a miss on the first pitch from Rafuse is good for an 0-1 count. Another swing and a miss, 0-2. That one fouled off of Pereira's mask. So the count will stay at 0-2. Another foul tip into Pereira. He's getting beat up back there. And they're going to bring out the trainer to have a look at Pereira. He seems to be okay. They just want to double check on him, though. Well, Pereira's okay. Hopefully he won't take another foul ball off the face mask. The count's still 0-2 to Moore. And a swing and a miss, ball in the dirt, gets away. Pereira going over, picking it up, firing it down to first, and getting it there in time for the first out.
The designated hitter number 24, Alex Conaway.
Now Alex Conaway coming up to bat, the DH. Conaway batting .207 on the year, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. First pitch high and outside for ball 1. High and inside for a ball, 2-0. Good pitch right down the middle there, 2-1. Low and inside for a ball, 3-1. Popped up high in the air, shallow left field, going to be a tough play. Smithers calling off Rogers and making the catch for the second out. Had a lot of hang time, and it allowed Joey Smithers to come on over from his position in the shift. So Connor Davis will come up now, center fielder. 2 outs, nobody on. Davis batting .337 on the year, top batting average for Lander. 8 RBIs on the season as well. He's right on the outside corner for a strike. Pitch low and inside for a ball, 1-1. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. That one sent on out into left field, and it's going to drop in front of Smithers for a base hit. 2-out single for Davis.
The right fielder, number 16, Bryce Curvin.
And now Bryce Curvin coming up to bat. Curvin out in right field for today's game. Still not a whole lot of at-bats, only 19 at-bats. He's gotten 2 hits. And a check throw over to first, not in time. Swing and a miss, high outside fastball, got him to chase. 0-1. Hard shot ground ball to short. They'll go the easy way to second, and that will do it. Top of the second closes out with the Pacers holding on to a 2-0 lead. We move on to the bottom of the second with the Pacers coming to bat. And we're in the bottom of the second inning. Pacers leading Lander 2-0. Philip Watcher will lead it off for USC Aiken. Watcher batting .278 on the year, has 4 home runs and 41 RBIs. He shows bunt, pulls it back as the pitch missed outside for ball 1. Pitch right on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Misses high. Watcher able to lay off of it. 2 balls, 1 strike. High and outside, 3-1. Fouled off the other way, out of play. Careful if you parked on the road out there. That ball was heading for your car. But hopefully you'll have Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. For all your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, count on Hudson Etheridge Companies and Auto Owners Insurance. The 3-2 to Watcher. And he's going to ground that through the short hole for a base hit. Leadoff single for Watcher brings up Brady O'Neill, the DH.
41, Brady O'Neill.
O'Neill batting .302 on the season, a pair of home runs and 8 RBIs to his name. Runner on first and nobody out, bottom of the second. First pitch to O'Neill misses high, fastball, ball 1. High and inside for a ball, 2-0. Good movement on that pitch, puts it right down the middle, 2-1. Runner takes off, and O'Neill ends up fouling that off of his shin, and I don't see a shin guard on him. So, obviously will sting a bit. Count will be evened up at 2-2. After a short meeting on the mound, we'll get right back to things. 2-2 count to Brady O'Neill with a runner on first and nobody out. And O'Neill lofts that one into left center field where it will be caught for the first out.
The shortstop number 2, Chandler Rogers.
So now Chandler Rogers to the plate. Rogers, .263 average on the season, 12 RBIs as well. Runner still on first base with 1 out now. Ooh, first pitch high and inside. Rogers able to dodge out of the way in time. Runner goes, swing and a miss from Rogers. And safe and sound at second base is Watcher. And he will will get credited with the stolen base. Good off-speed pitch. Got Rogers to swing and miss. 1-2. Line into left field. That'll be a fair ball. Rounding third and heading home is Watcher. Thinking about second and holding up is Rogers. It's an RBI single for Chandler Rogers. Pacers now lead at 3-0. We'll move on to the top of the order again. Jose Bonilla coming up to bat. Bonilla singled his first time up, ended up getting caught stealing on a double steal attempt, heading for third. So again, runner on first base with only one out. First pitch high and outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, high fastball. 1-1. Misses inside for a ball, 2-1. Sent the other way in the air. That's going to be a fair ball. Base hit for Bonilla. Heading for third is Rogers, and Bonilla ends up at second base with a one-out double to put runners on second and third.
The third baseman, number 44, Dalton Weeks.
Dalton Weeks coming up to bat. Popped out his first time up. And we're going to have a meeting on the mound, which will give us a chance to thank a few of our sponsors, including the South Carolina Education Lottery. When you play the South Carolina Education Lottery, you're not only taking a chance, but giving a chance. And Willie Jewell's Old School Barbecue. Every dish is served with a side of Southern hospitality, so stop on in and tell them Pacers Sports sent you. We're going to take a short break and be right back. And we're back after that short break. Again, Dalton Weeks coming up to bat, 0 for 1 today, but he's got runners in scoring position with only one out. Bonilla on second, Rogers on third. Ball in the dirt, kept in front of Moore, though. So the runners will stay put. Swing and a miss. Weeks chasing one low. 1-1. The 1-1. Again, Moore doing a good job back there keeping that in front of him. Two-1 missing as well. 3 balls, 1 strike to Dalton Weeks. That looks like a good pitch from up here, but Weeks getting the call. And Weeks, a slow chopper up the middle. Only 1 play. That's the first. The throw is in time. Rogers scores on the play, however, and the Pacers extend their lead. It's now 4-0 USC Aiken.
The catcher, number 32, Brian Pereira.
Bonilla advances to third on the play, and Brian Pereira will come to the plate. He walked, stole a base, and scored a run his last time up. Well, Pereira will dig in with 2 outs and a runner on third. You're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. That one will be fouled off for a strike. 0-1. Another foul ball from Pereira, 0-2. Ooh, and a major fail there from Niall Goings as he couldn't come up with the scoop while on deck. He's got an excuse. He took a pretty hard hit coming into home his last time out there. So we'll give him a free pass. The 0-2. Bounces in the dirt, and again, Moore keeping that ball in front of him, saving runs by doing that. Pereira reaches down and gets that, and because of the shift, second base is out in the outfield. The throw is just in time to get Brian Pereira. Almost beat that out because of the shift, but it was just a hair too slow. That'll end the bottom of the 2nd. We move on to the top of the 3rd with the Pacers leading 4-0. And we are back here in the top of the 3rd inning. Pacers up 4-0 on the Bearcats, and the number 9 hitter and left fielder Bo Ritchie will lead it off. Ritchie batting .121 on the season, has a couple of RBIs as well. And he goes after the first pitch and sends it up the middle on the ground for a base hit. Good way to start things off if you're Lander. Lead-off single and brings you to the top of the order with Mike Fitchen. Fitchen with a single his first time up, 1 for 1. Runner on first base and nobody out. And the curveball finds the strike zone, 0-1. Runner takes off, ball gets away from Pereira. Goes all the way to the backstop. Ritchie will be safe at second. Count even at 1-1 on Fitchen. That one grounded through the left side for a base hit. Runner coming home, going around third. The throw is not in time. Ooh, a little pushing and shoving going on there at home plate. Pereira obviously a little upset. And again, they're just trying to do their job. So it's an RBI single for Fitchen. Lander's on the board now. It's 4-1 Pacers. Colton Yeager now coming up to the plate. Yeager struck out his first time up. Runner on first, still nobody out. And that one lined into center field. Bonilla can't make the catch. Ball rolls away from him, but not too far, so runners will only advance one bag. Yeager aboard with a single. Runners on first and second, nobody out. That's going to draw a visit to the mound. Go ahead and get some more sponsors out of the way, including Tyler's Tire and Auto, proud sponsor of USC Aiken Athletics, and the Concierge Team, a real estate boutique. If you're in the market for a house in the Aiken area, contact Mike Stake, and he will take care of you at the Concierge Team. And may as well knock out the final sponsor of the day, Aiken Flooring. Aiken Flooring, you can stand on us. That is every single one of our sponsors, so I'll go ahead and give you the common line. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. Without you, we would not be able to post and provide all of these great quality videos, and I would be out of a job. So a double thank you from me, and a big thank you from USC Aiken Athletics, and we will get right back into things.
Okay, the second baseman, number 21, Carson Jones.
Carson Jones comes. Runners on first and second with nobody out. One run is already scored here in the top of the third. Rafew's in a bit of trouble here, trying to work his way out of it. Rayfuse stepping off the rubber now, sending the runners scurrying back to their bags. I don't want them to advance too far. Reaching out and fouling that one off was Jones for strike one. Rayfuse taking his time out there on the mound. His rhythm is a bit slower than it normally is. Showing bunt. Runners take off. Pitches low for a ball. And the runners are both safe on the double steal. Now both runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss. And I guess they're saying he went around on the bunt on the previous pitch because Jones is down on strikes for the first out. Big strikeout there for Rayfuse as he gets the first out of the inning. Nathan Schreckengast coming up to bat. Schreckengast grounded out right to Rayfuse, a hot shot. Rayfuse just instinctively grabbed. That one is lofted into left field and shallow. Smithers making the catch. Runner tags from third. The throw is coming into the plate, and it's going to hit the runner. Going all the way to the backstop. Luckily, Rayfuse is right there to pick it up. It is a sacrifice fly for Schreckengast, and Lander has cut the lead in half. They now trail 4-2.
The catcher number 7, Zach Moore.
So Zach Moore up to the plate, struck out his first time up. Runner on third as Yeager advanced on the sacrifice fly as well. It is 4-2 now, USC Aiken. Pitch outside for ball one. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. And the count 1-1. And another swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Fouled straight back, and we'll do it over. Strike 3. Moore down looking for the third and final out, and that gets Rayfuse out of the jam. 2-run score, however, we're moving on to the bottom of the third with the Pacers still leading 4-2. Welcome back. We are in the bottom of the third inning of USC Aiken Baseball. I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you for joining us on your Sunday afternoon here at Pack the Park Day, and the park is packed. Pretty much every seat is full, and the picnic area is making up for the ones that aren't. Niall Goings leading things off. First pitch in there for strike one. An RBI single and a run scored his first time up. Scored the first and second runs of the game for the Pacers. And pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 quickly to Niall Goings. Goings slowing up the pace a little bit. Trying to get things back on his speed. 0-2 inbound. Couldn't hold back his swing as he went after one low and away. Goings down on strikes on 3 pitches for the first out.
First baseman number 30, Connor Durden.
Well, Connor Durden will come to the plate now. An RBI double his last time up. First pitch, low and inside for ball one. Similar spot, but this time it brushes the inside corner for a strike, 1-1. Another ball low and inside. 2-1. Durden fouling that one off. That's going to end up out of play. Evens the count up at 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Durden down on strikes for the second out.
Left fielder number 9, Joey Smithers.
That'll bring Joey Smithers to the plate. 0 for 1 as he flew out to right field. Smithers will dig in, nobody on, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And he goes after the first pitch. Changeup, missed it. 0-1. Ground ball to short. Long throw to first. And Smithers is safe. As that one drew Fitchton off the bag, he had to jump up to reach it, and when he jumped, Smithers stepped on the bag, safe and sound at first.
The second baseman, number 1, Phil Watcher.
And that will bring up Phil Watcher. Runner on first base. 2 outs for Watcher, who singled, stole a base, and scored a run. Pitch on the upper outside corner for a strike. Actually going to credit Smithers with a single on that play. And Watcher fouls that one off out of play. Runner takes off, pitch high and outside. It's a pitch out. The throw down to second is not in time. It was just off the mark. And Joey Smithers with a stolen base. That is his 12th stolen base on the season. He is the top base stealer, with Jose Bonilla right behind him at 10. So now a runner in scoring position, 1-2 count to Watcher. And Watcher sends that one into left field, but that's going to be caught for the third and final out. Runner left stranded. We move on to the top of the fourth, with the Pacers still holding on to a 4-2 lead. And we are back with the top of the fourth inning. Alex Conaway will lead it off for Lander. He trailed the Pacers 4-2. Conaway flew out his first time up. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Rafuse for strike one. That one's a full field, but Goings is able to come up to it and make the catch for the first out.
The center fielder, number 19, Connor Davis.
Now Connor Davis to the plate. He singled his last time up, 1-for-1. Curveball missing high and outside for ball one. Another curveball again missing, 2-0. This one will get fouled off, 2-1. And another foul ball, this time off of Pereira's shin guard. He has taken a beating today. In fact, both catchers have been taking a beating behind the plate, both Pereira and Moore. Can be sure they're going to enjoy a few packs of ice after the game tonight, regardless of the outcome. Good curveball there. Just catching a piece of it, though, was Davis. He'll stay alive, keeping the count at 2-2. Rayfuse just missing with that one. Curveball didn't curve, and the count is full. And a call time here from Davis just before the 3-2 can come in. That one popped up. Left side, shallow left field, and Rogers will go over and make the play. Smithers losing his cap as he normally does when he hustles in, but didn't have to make the play anyway. So Davis down
Right fielder number 16,
for out number 2. Bryce Curvin coming up to bat. Grounded into a fielder's choice to end the second, his last time up. And good pitch there from Rayfuse, strike one. Swing and a miss, got him to chase one outside for strike two. Wind starting to pick up a little bit, the clouds thickening. Some inclement weather may be on the way. See if he can hold off until we can get this game in. 0-2 on its way, and that one is lined through the left side for a base hit. Just out of the reach of Rogers. And a 2-out single for Curvin keeps the inning alive.
The left fielder, Bo Ritchie.
That will bring up Bo Ritchie. Singled, stole a base, and scored a run his last time up. Runner on first base with 2 outs for Ritchie. And he goes after the first pitch, fouls it off. Just catching a piece of it for strike one. Rayfuse taking his time. And now the 0-1. Fly ball, shallow right field, going to be tough. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Goings picks it up, fires it on in. Trying to get the runner at third. Ooh, almost. Just getting in there ahead of it was Curvin, but it's going to be just a single for Ritchie. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. And good hustle out there from Goings and good hustle over there from Curvin to make his way over to third base. That was not a guarantee. So we're back to the top of the order. Mike Fitchton coming up to bat. 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, a run scored, an RBI, and a stolen base. He's all over the score sheet today. Runners on the corners again with 2 outs. Pacers trying to hold on to their 2-run lead here in the top of the 4th inning. No action in the Pacer bullpen. They're going to let Rayfuse work his way through without any pressure. Check throw to first, not in time. Another fly ball out into right field. Goings drifting over near the foul line, and he will make the catch in foul territory for the 3rd and final out. 2 runners are left stranded. We are moving on to the bottom of the 4th. Pacers still holding on to that 4-2 lead. And a warm welcome back, folks. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pacers leading the Bearcats 4-2. Much more competitive game this time around. Good play on both sides of the ball for both of these teams. Brady O'Neill will lead things off. In the bottom of the 4th, flew out his first time up. First pitch missing outside for ball 1. And it looks like a little bit of rain may be showing up now, as the fans are trying to congregate underneath the overhang that we have here at the Burt. Count even at 1-1 on O'Neill. One of the few times I'm glad to be in the press box. Don't have to worry about any of that rain. And I don't have to give up my seat. Low and inside for a ball, 2-1. Check swing, ends up foul tipping it. Count even at 2-2. Brady O'Neill able to hold off that one as the ball was in the dirt, and it's a full count. Unable to hold off that swing. O'Neill down on strikes for the first out.
The shortstop, number 2, Chandler Rogers.
Now Chandler Rogers coming to the plate, singled and scored a run, also drove in a run with an RBI. So he is 1 for 1 with a whole bunch of ones up there, except his number is number 2. First pitch missing low for ball 1. Inside corner call strike, 1-1. Good pitch right in the lower part of the strike zone, 1-2. Low and away for a ball, 2-2. Ripped foul. And just narrowly avoiding the Pacer dugout. Keeps the count frozen at 2-2. Rogers reaches out, grounds that one to Schreckengost at third, who fires it across the diamond to get Rogers for the second out. And now Jose Bonilla comes to bat. Nobody on and 2 outs. He is 2 for 2 today. Bonilla halfway to the cycle with a single and a double. And Bonilla bunts it. Bunting it into the shift. He is safe by a mile. They were playing him deep at second. He took full advantage of it and gets an infield single. That's the way to hit against a shift. Good heads-up hitting by Jose Bonilla, and heads-up coaching there to tell him to go for it. So now Dalton Weeks to the plate, runner on first with 2 outs. And if you know me, you know I'm not a fan of the shift, so whenever I see something like that, I absolutely love it. For either side, I'm not just trying to pick on Lander. If the Pacers go into the shift, I know I may catch a little flack for that, but I almost want to see players bunt on them. The Weeks digs in. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI, however. And he goes after the first pitch. Fly ball over in right field. That's going to hook foul and hit the grass for strike 1. And now Weeks digging in. 0-1 the count. Ooh, that'll hit him right on the arm guard. Dalton Weeks heading on over to first base. Runners on first and second now with 2 outs. That's why they wear that elbow guard. For situations like that, and Brian Pereira coming to the plate now. Walked and scored a run. 0 for 1 today as he grounded out his last time up. First pitch is high for ball 1 to Pereira. Pereira fouling that one off. Got 1-1. Pereira swings and misses at that one. Count moves to 1-2. Ball in the dirt. Pereira checks his swing, holds off. Bonilla taking off for third. The throw is not in time. A little bit of a delay there. I mean, the ball got away, but Bonilla didn't take off right away. And when he did, thought maybe he'd be out, but he'll reach safely. Runners on the corners now with 2 outs. 2-1, 2 out, 2-2 count to Brian Pereira. Pacers holding on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 4th, which is a multiple of 2. Let's add another 2 in there. There are 2 halves to every inning. I know, shocking, but it is the truth about baseball. And a swing and a miss. Pereira went after one up in the zone and inside. He goes down on strikes for the 3rd and final out. Pacers will leave 2 stranded, and we will move on to the top of the 5th inning with the Pacers leading 4-2. And we are in the top of the 5th inning. Colton Yeager leads it off for Lander. Yeager 1 for 2 today with a single and a stolen base in his last outing. And first pitch from Rayfuse misses low for ball 1. Another ball in the dirt, 2-0. Pacers have sent a few guys out to the bullpen to do some stretches. Grounded to third, backhanded by Weeks. Sets up, throws it to first, and gets it there in time for the first out.
The second baseman, Carson Jones.
Well, that will bring up Carson Jones now. Jones 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Nobody on him, 1 out. He digs in for his 3rd at-bat. It just misses the outside corner for ball 1. This time he finds the lower outside corner for a strike. 1-1. Good swing and a miss there for Rayfuse, and Jones down 1-2. Fouled off. Jones getting a piece of it. He'll stay alive. That one is sent high into the sky and deep into left field. Smithers is going back. He's running out of room, and he's going to watch that one go out of here. It is a solo home run for Carson Jones, and Lander is within 1. It is now a 4-3 game.
Third baseman number 18, Nathan Schreckengoss.
So now Nathan Schreckengoss will come up to the plate. 0 for 1. Grounded out his first time up and hit a sac fly his last time up. Pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. That one grounded through the hole. On the right side, it's a base hit for Schreckengoss. Runner on first, 1 out.
The catcher, Zach Moore.
Now Zach Moore coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Now Pereira going to run on out and have a visit with Rayfuse. Try to settle him down. Pacers still holding on to a lead. However, that lead has slowly shrunk. It was 4-0, now it is 4-3. And now Alex Conway, the man on deck, being directed to move over a little bit. It was too far. Too close to home plate, I guess. Line diving stop by Rogers. What a catch by the shortstop for USC Aiken to get the out. My goodness. Great defensive play by Chandler Rogers. And there are two down as Zach Moore was robbed blindly of a hit. So now Alex Conway coming up to bat. 2 outs and a runner on first. Conway 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts. Ball goes all the way to the backstop through the legs of Pereira, and that will send Schreckengoss to second. All low and inside. 2-0. That one falls right down the middle for a strike, 2-1. Grounded, foul down the third base side. Swing and a miss. Rayfuse gets Conway on strikes for the third and final out. But a solo home run from Carson Jones cuts the Pacer lead to 1 as we move on to the bottom of the 5th inning. And welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning getting underway. Pacers leading the Bearcats by 1. It's a 4-3 ball game. And Niall Goings will dig in to lead off this half of the inning. He's 1 for 2 today with an RBI single and a run scored. First pitch missing high. Ball 1 to Goings. This time the off-speed pitch falls into the strike zone, 1-1. And Goings fouls that one off. Count 1-2. Goings checked his swing. Did he go? They'll say he did on the appeal. Goings not too happy with that call. And he'll go down on strikes for the first out.
The first baseman, Connor Durden.
So now Connor Durden up to the plate. Durden is 1 for 2 today. RBI double his first time up, struck out his last time up. And the first pitch low and inside for ball 1. Popped up, foul territory right side behind the plate and out of play. High and outside for a ball, 2-1. In there for a strike, count evens up at 2-2. Misses low and inside, full count to Connor Durden. Durden just catches enough of that one to stay alive. We will redo the 3-2. Durden sends that one a mile in the air, but not deep enough. That one is in shallow right field. Well, it will be caught by the second baseman, Jones, for the second out.
Left fielder number 9, Joey Smithers.
So now Joey Smithers will come to the plate. Smithers is 1 for 2 with a double and a stolen base. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. And one missing low for a ball, 1-1. Reaches out and grounds that one through the right side, beating the shift again for a base hit.
Second baseman, Phil Watcher.
That brings Philip Watcher up to the plate. A single, a stolen base, and a run scored is good for a 1-for-2 day for him. Fouled off out of play by a Watcher for strike one. Runner takes off, pitches in there for a strike. Throw down to second is not in time. Smithers safe at second base with another stolen base on the day. Count 0-2 on Watcher. Runner now on second base with 2 outs. Base hit here would be really key. There is a huge gap right there in center field. You have Davis playing over practically in left field. And that one is fouled off. Count stays at 0-2. And a call of time here from Watcher, as Sheehan was taking a little too long for his liking. High and inside for a ball, 1-2. There's a chopper, slowly. The second throw to first is in time for the final out. Pacers leave another runner stranded. We move on to the top of the 6th inning. Pacers still leading 4-3. And the top of the 6th inning getting underway now. Connor Davis leads it off for Lander against the new Pacer pitcher, Daniel Wiggins, coming in for Zach Rafuse, who went 5 full innings, 6 strikeouts, no walks, 9 hits, 3 runs, and all 3 of those runs were earned. Pacers leading 4-3, and they'll look to Wiggins to try to hold that. Wiggins with a 2.83 ERA and a 4-1 record in his 22 appearances, 3 saves on the year. 35 innings pitched, 9 walks, 40 strikeouts, an opponent batting average of .219. First pitch is popped up in foul territory, and Watcher actually ended up overrunning the catch. However, nobody could, as he, Durden, and Goings all watched it hit the ground. Long strike. One for Connor Davis, who is 1 for 2 today with a single. Pitch missing outside for a ball, 1-1. Curveball missing outside, 2-1. Fouled straight back for a strike, 2-2. Foul tip into the glove of Pereira. Davis down on strikes for the first out.
The right fielder, number 16, Bryce Curvin.
Bryce Curvin coming up to bat now. Curvin is 1 for 2 today with a single his last time up. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, strike 1. High and outside for a ball. Count moves to 1-1. There's some rain coming down out there now. Look for that to play a factor in the game. Missing outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. High and outside, 3-1. Inside. Not sure if that was ball 4 or if it made contact. Either way, Curvin heads down to first base.
Number 23, Bo Ritchie.
Put a runner on with 1 out. And Bo Ritchie to the 2 on the afternoon. 2 singles, a stolen base, and a run scored to what he's managed today. Pitch missing high and outside for ball 1. Check throw to first, not in time. The 1-0 misses high and outside for another ball, 2-0, and that is going to draw Pereira to make a visit to the mound. Wiggins having trouble finding the strike zone. And you have to wonder if maybe the rain playing a bit of a factor now. 2-0 is fouled off, 2-1. Nice ground ball double play would be welcome to speed things along a bit. The 2-1 runner takes off, and Curvin will have to head on back to the bag as Richie fouls it off for strike 2. Two. Outside, ball 3, full count. Check throw to first, not in time. The 3-2 as the runner takes off again is a fly ball into deep right field. Goings is going back for it near the track. He'll make the catch for the second out. Now 2 outs and a runner on first. And we come to the top of the order. Mike Fitchin now batting. Fitchin is 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles, an RBI, a stolen base, and a run scored. Still a runner on first base with 2 outs. And Wiggins is slurved. This is low and inside. High and outside for a ball 2, no? And another check throw to first base. And again, it is not in time. Curveball missing low and inside. 3 balls and no strikes. With this rain coming down, Pacers want to get out of this one as quickly as they can. Lander, on the other hand, looking at this as a golden opportunity to even this affair up. High and inside, ball 4. 4 straight pitches to Fitchin, and he walks. But runners on first and second.
Shortstop number 1, Colton Yeager.
And now Colton Yeager will come up to the plate. Runner in scoring position and a runner on first. He is 1 for 3 with a single and a base stolen. First pitch low and inside for ball 1. Inside corner for a call strike. 1-1. Fastball misses high, 2-1. Well hit out into left field. Smithers having to go back for it. He's going to watch it go off the wall. One run will score. Smithers fires it on in. They're waving another runner around. Weeks has it. Fires it into the plate. It is in time for the third and final out. The game is tied, but the Pacers keep from going down on a good defensive play by Smithers, Weeks, and Pereira. It's 4-4, moving on to the bottom of the sixth. Well, we're back here in the bottom of the sixth inning. All tied up 4-4, but it could have been worse, but thanks to some good defense by Joey Smithers, Dalton, and Brian Pereira, we are tied at 4 apiece instead of the Pacers trailing by 1. Curveball brushes the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-2. Edge missing low, 1-2. Again, missing low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And O'Neal sends that one deep into left field. That one's got a chance. That one is gone. A solo home run for Brady O'Neal. The Pacers are back in front. They lead it 5-4. O'Neal's third home run of the season gives the Pacers back the lead that they just lost here in the bottom of the sixth inning.
Shortstop number 2, Chandler Rogers.
So now Chandler Rogers will come up to bat. Rogers is 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a run scored today. First pitch, missing low for ball 1. That one's a little looper. Ooh, nice catch there by the second baseman, Jones, who was playing over at short to get the first out.
The center fielder, Jose Bonilla.
So Jose Bonilla coming to bat now. Bonilla is 3 for 3 today with 2 singles and a double. However, he has been unable to be driven home. He's reached third twice today. And first pitch to Bonilla. Missing low and inside for ball one. Showed bunt. Ended up pulling it back. And the 1-0. Sent the other way, and that'll be a base hit for Bonilla. Ball gets away and goes to the wall. That's going to be extra bases. Jose Bonilla running for second. He makes it in there, thinks about third, holds up, and he will be aboard with a single and an advance on the E7. Bonilla is not the guy you want to let a ball get passed on, as he will make you pay for it with his speed. Dalton Weeks digs on in. Runner on second with 1 out. He is 0 for 2 today, but he's been hit by a pitch and is driven in a run. And Weeks grounds it to short. It's bobbled. Going to be a tough play. Throw to first is not in time. Good jump there, though, by Fitchin to keep that ball from getting past him. Weeks is safe. Score that in E6 on your scorebooks. But he had to stay put at second just to be safe. So Brian Pereira coming on up to bat. Runners on first and second. Only 1 out, and we're going to have a visit to the mound and a possible pitching change. That is exactly what we're going to have. So we're going to take a short break and be right back as soon as the new pitcher is done warming up. And we are back. The new pitcher, J.D. Cook, coming in for Chris Sheehan. Sheehan's stat line for the day: 5 1/3 inning pitched, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 11 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. Runner on second is his responsibility. However, Dalton Weeks, who reached on an error, would be unearned regardless. Brian Pereira will dig in now to face off against Cook. Again, runners on first and second with 1 out. Stat line on Cook: 6.24 ERA, 4-5 record in 6 starts, 17 appearances, 2 saves on the year, 49 innings pitched, 67 hits, 44 runs, 34 of them earned, 23 walks, 53 strikeouts, and opponent batting average of .321. Pacers trying to really rally here in the bottom of the 6th. They just got the lead back on the Brady O'Neill home run, a chance to add to it. First pitch missing to Pereira for ball 1. Pereira is 0 for 2 today. However, he's walked, stolen a base, and scored a run. That was all back in the first inning. He struck out his last time up. Curveball, who ends up making contact with the brim of his helmet. Luckily, it was a curveball and not something faster. Pereira to first base to load the bases. And now Niall Goings coming up in a big spot. And a call of time here before Goings can face the first pitch. He is 1 for 3 today. An RBI single and a run scored in the first inning. He struck out his last 2 times, though. Bases are loaded with 1 out. Big spot. And a chance to really do some damage and try to get full momentum back on the Pacers' side. First pitch high and outside for ball 1. Ooh, Goings ahead of himself on that one. Good pitch to go after, just timed it wrong, 1-1. Curveball missing away. Moore doing everything in his power to reach out and grab that, and he just got enough of the glove on it to catch it. The 2-1, and Goings pops it up. Foul territory, first base side. It's going to stay in the ballpark, and that one will be caught. Runners think about tagging, but they'll hold on up. Goings out for out number 2.
The first baseman, Connor Durden.
So now Connor Durden to the plate. Bases are still loaded with 2 outs. That will conclude the stat line on Sheehan. He officially now has 5 runs and all 5 earned with that pop out in foul territory. Ooh, just missing Durden's head. He was able to duck underneath it. Durden is 1 for 3 today with an RBI double in the first inning. Popped out to second his last time up. Ball Ball low and away. Slider missed, 2-0. And Durden hits that the opposite way, high into the air, foul territory, and that's going to end up in the Pacer bullpen for strike 2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Am I right or am I wrong? The scoreboard right or am I right? Because the scoreboard says 2-1. I could be crazy. And we're going to go with the scoreboard for right now. So 2-1 to Durden. Well, now it is strike 2 as that one falls in right on the outside edge, 2-2. So I was wrong and the scoreboard was right. That happens from time to time. I can't be perfect. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Moore. How many runs has he saved today by keeping those balls in front of him? I'm going to guess at least 4. There have been a lot of situations where the Pacers have had a runner on third and a wild pitch could have brought him home. But Moore standing on his head back there to keep this game close. So a full count to Connor Durden. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning, Pacers with the lead again, 5-4. High and inside, ball for Durden. Walks, Bonilla scores, and the Pacers now lead at 6-4.
The left fielder, Joey Smithers.
So now Joey Smithers comes to the plate. Smithers is 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles and a pair of stolen bases. Each time he's gotten on, he's stolen. Bases still loaded, still 2 outs. Now a fresh count for Smithers. And he goes after the first pitch, fouls it off for strike 1. The 0-1 high and outside for a ball, 1-1. And Smithers gets that through the first base side. Weeks will score. Coming round third is Pereira. He's coming home. He will score. Smithers almost caught in a run. Now the throw back to first is not in time. Ball gets away. Incoming to score is Durden. Smithers makes it safely to second. And the Pacers score 3. They now lead it 9-4. A lot of craziness happened on that play. A shot through the legs over at first. And now Philip Watcher coming up to the play, where the official scoring on that is an E3. That allowed Smithers to reach first. Then another error. I believe that was an E4 or an E6, depending on either the shortstop or the second baseman had that. All the runs scored were unearned. And sadly for Smithers, he does not get any RBIs on that. But he still has to feel good because the Pacers have jumped out to a 9-4 lead. I will put on him 3 almost RBIs. 1-0 count to Philip Watcher. Watcher is 1 for 3 today with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. Count even at 1-1 on Watcher now. 2 outs and a runner on second base. High and outside for a ball, 2-1. Watcher, the 9th Pacer to come to the plate this inning, and it all started with a leadoff home run by Brady O'Neill, the man on deck, and it has turned into a 5-run bottom of the 6th. And Watcher fouls that one off, count 2-2. Curveball hits him right in the back. That one did not hit a soft part either. You heard a nice loud thud there. Watcher heads down to first base. And O'Neill will come up to the plate, and I'll have to find room on my score sheet as the Pacers have batted around.
Designated hitter number 41, Brady O'Neill.
So O'Neill back up for the second time this inning. He homered to start it off, 1 for 3 today. And the first pitch is in there for strike 1. The 0-1 to O'Neill. He'll swing and miss, strike 2. And another swing and a miss. O'Neill down on strikes for the third and final out. But the Pacers score 5, but only one of those 5 was an earned run. They lead it 9-4 as we move on to the 7th inning. And we enter the top of the 7th inning. Marcus Johnson here, thank you for joining us on this Sunday afternoon. Daniel Wiggins' night is over after a full inning pitch. 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 1 hit, 1 run, and that run was earned. Garvin Alston comes out of the Pacer bullpen in relief. Alston with a 5.12 ERA, no record in 2 starts and 14 appearances. 19 and a third inning pitched, 20 hits, 13 runs, 11 of them earned, 19 walks, 23 strikeouts, and opponent batting average of .267. Pacers leading 9-4 after a crazy bottom of the 6th inning. And the music kept on running as they were ready to start up the half inning. Had to tone it down a little bit before we could get the first pitch in for Carson Jones. Jones is 1 for 3, but that one was a solo home run. That was his last time up. Swing and a miss on the first pitch for strike 1. And another swing and a miss. Count quickly, 0-2. And in there for a call, strike 3. Good way to start off an inning if you're Garvin Alston, a 3-pitch strikeout or the first out. And now Nathan Schreckengast coming to bat. Schreckengast is 1 for 2 today. He had a sac fly in the 3rd, and he had a single his last time up. Pitch high and outside for a ball, 1-0. Alston relies a lot on velocity. And we've seen that throughout the season. If he's got his fastball on, he's a dangerous pitcher. Pitch high for a ball, 2-0. He is a D1 transfer from Phoenix, Arizona. That one finding the strike zone. Good slider there. 2-1. His style reminds me a lot of Michael Pineda in the majors. And if you look at him, the two almost mirror each other. Popped up, shallow center field. Who's got it? Smithers making the call and making the catch for the second out.
The catcher, number 7, Zach Moore.
So now Zach Moore will come up to the plate. He is 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Lined out to short, and that line out, well, put it simply, he got robbed by Chandler Rogers, who made a spectacular diving catch in the hole there. There's pitch low and inside for ball 1. Misses high, 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Popped up high into the sky and in left field. Smithers has a read on it and makes the catch for the 3rd and final out. A good clean inning from Garvin Alston out of the bullpen. And we move on to the 7th inning stretch as the Pacers lead 9-4. And we are back, fresh from the 7th inning stretch and into the bottom of the 7th inning. Pacers up 9-4 on the Bearcats. Robbie Hoyt coming out of the bullpen in relief of J.D. Cook, who went 2/3 of an inning. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, no hits, 2 runs, none of which were earned. First pitch to Rogers, missing for a ball. Stat line on Robbie Hoyt: 4.70 ERA, a 2-1 record in 1 start, 17 appearances, 4 saves on the year. 30 2/3 innings pitched, 36 hits, 22 runs, 16 of them earned, 13 balls, 13 walks, 32 strikeouts, and an opponent batting average of .279. And leadoff man Chandler Rogers has a 3-0 count to start things off. He is 1 for 3 today with a single, an RBI, and a run scored. Inside, ball 4. Rogers with the leadoff walk here in the 7th.
Center fielder number 4, Jose Bonilla.
And now Jose Bonilla to the plate. Bonilla is 4 for 4 today. 3 singles, a double, and 1 run scored. First pitch right down the middle for a strike. Fouls it off, 0-2. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Bonilla down on strikes for the first out.
The third baseman number 44, Dalton Weeks.
Well, I'll bring Dalton Weeks up to the plate, hitless today. However, he has been hit by a pitch, reached on an error, scored a run, and driven 1 in. And Weeks puts it right back up the middle. The throw to second for 1. The throw to first is in time for the double play, the inning-ending double play. We'll move on to the top of the 8th inning with the Pacers still up 9-4. And we are back with the top of the 8th inning getting underway. John Yarborough to the Pacer bullpen after Garvin Alston goes 1 inning with 1 strikeout, no walks, no hits, no runs, no earned runs. Alex Conaway will lead things off in the 8th inning here. Stat line on Yarborough, 7.63 ERA. While that seems high, it was higher. He's really worked that down. He has a 1-0 record, 14 appearances, 15 and a third innings pitched, 13 hits, 14 runs, 13 of them earned, 11 walks, 9 strikeouts, and an opponent batting average of .241. Also sporting a new hairdo. He used to have a bit longer hair, but he's decided to chop it all off as the warmer months are approaching. Again, Alex Conaway leading it off, 0 for 3, struck out his last time up. First pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 1. The 0-1 is grounded slowly to third. Weeks has it, charging, firing in time for the first out.
Center fielder number 19, Connor Davis.
Connor Davis coming up to bat now. Davis is 1 for 3 today, a single. Struck out his last time up. First pitch missing for ball 1. Another pitch missing, 2-0. Reaching out and popping that one up. Camping out under it and making the catch is Watcher, and Davis down for the second out.
Right fielder number 16, Bryce Curvin.
Brings up Bryce Curvin. Curvin is 1 for 2 today, singled, walked, and scored a run. Pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Outside corner for a ball, or not outside corner, just missed the outside corner for a ball, 1-1. Swing and a miss, took a little something off of it, got him to chase, 1-2. Slow grounder to short. Rogers is charging, gonna have to fire it fast. He does, and he gets it there in time for the third and final out. Another 1-2-3 inning out of the bullpen. We're moving on to the bottom of the 8th with the Pacers up 9-4. And we are back with the bottom of the 8th inning, and Brian Pereira leading it off and going after the first pitch and skying it into right field. Not deep enough, however, as that one is caught by Curvin for the first out.
The right fielder, Niall Goings.
And that brings up Niall Goings, 1 for 4 today with an RBI single and a run scored. First pitch missing outside for ball 1 to Goings. Base is up 9-4 here in the 8th. Trying to get through one last at-bat before they move to the 9th to try to close it all out. Maybe add some insurance. Misses low for a ball, 2-0. Swing and a miss there from Goings, 2-1. Misses outside for a ball, 3-1. Inside corner for a call strike, full count to Goings. Goings goes after that one, lines it into center field, and gets himself a base hit. Second hit of the day for Goings. That'll bring Connor Durden to the plate. Durden is 1 for 3 with a double, a walk, an RBI, and a run, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. First pitch to Durden. He goes after that one and sends it into deep center field. That one's going back near the track at the wall, and it's caught right at the wall for out number 2.
Left fielder, Joey Smithers.
So now Joey Smithers coming to bat. Smithers a very productive day at the plate. 2 for 4. 2 singles, 2 stolen bases, reached on an error, and that error drove in 3 runs for the Pacers. Runner on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And he rips that one through the left side for another base hit, his 3rd hit of the day, and it's another single.
Second baseman number 1, Phil Watcher.
And now Philip Watcher to the plate. He is 1 for 3 with a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. Was hit by a pitch in his last outing. Runners on first and second, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch to Watcher, missing low for ball 1. That one is a chopper to second. Throw to first just in time to get Watcher for the 3rd and final out. But we will move on to the top of the 9th. Pacers with a 5-run lead, leading at 9-4, trying to close things out. Now Blake Siegler coming out of the Pacer bullpen to try to close this one out. Yarborough went 1 inning pitch, didn't have a strikeout, didn't have a walk, didn't have a hit, didn't have any runs scored on him. A 1-2-3 inning, and that's all you can really ask for. Siegler's stat line, a 1.35 ERA, 2-0 record in 15 appearances. 2 saves on the year, 13 in the third inning pitched. 9 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. 7 walks, 10 strikeouts, and an opponent batting average of .305. Pacers trying to close out Game 3, get the series sweep, and not only that, get their 20th conference win in the Peach Belt, and also their 20th win at home.
Leading off the top of the ninth, the left fielder number 23, Bo Ritchie.
And that will bring Bo Ritchie up to lead things off here in the 9th inning. Pacers leading 9-4. Ritchie, 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, a run scored, and a stolen base. That one is fouled off, out of play for strike 1. And assuming that Lander does not make the comeback and Pacers close it out, the pitching line on Robbie Hoyt, 2 innings pitched, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 2 hits, and no runs allowed. Grounded foul, 0-2. That could be, and even if Lander does make the comeback, his night could still be over with, and that would still be his pitching line. The 0-2. Fouled off. Ritchie able to just get enough of it to stay alive and keep the count at 0-2. Ball in the dirt. Ritchie lays off of it, 1-2. High and inside for a ball. 2-2. Misses outside, full count. Grounder to third, Weeks has it, fires it over to first, and gets it there in time for the first out.
The first baseman, number 40, Mike Fitchin.
Mike Fitchin coming up to bat. 2 for 3 with 2 singles and RBI. A walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. And he was the final out of the 6th inning on that 7-5-2 relay. That kept the Pacers at least tied with Lander. First pitch missing for ball 1 to Fitchin. The 1-0. Right on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Again, catching the corner, 1-2. Misses with a high fastball, count even at 2-2. Curveball just missing. Couldn't get it to tail back in. And the count is once again full, this time to Fitchin. Fly ball the other way. That'll end up in the Lander bullpen. Spoils the pitch, keeps the count frozen at 3-2. And fouled off again. Just missing outside. Ball 4, and a 1-out walk to Fitchin.
Now batting the shortstop, Colton Yeager.
I'll bring Colton Yeager to the plate.
Rutherford is in the building still. Lillian, if you're still here, please report to the AO Pie Sisters to claim your prize.
Yeager is 2 for 4 today with a pair of singles. Although one of those could be called a double. We'll have to check the official scoring. Ball gets away from Pereira, and Fitchin heads on down to second. Probably call that a pass ball. The 1-0. Misses high for a ball, 2-0. Fouls that one off out of play. 2-1. Misses high, ball once again getting away from Pereira. And now Fitchin on third base. A 3-1 count to Colton Yeager with a runner on third base and only 1 out.
Hi, Mike. This is Catherine with Aiken. If you can't make it back out today, we can hold it here for you.
And that pitch is in there for a strike, full count.
Yes, we'll just leave it at the field for you. We'll just leave it at the field for you, and we'll have someone here to get your money.
And the 3-2 high and inside, ball 4. Yeager with the walk. And so runners are now on the corners for Lander. Not going quietly, Carson Jones coming up to bat now. Jones has a home run on the day, and one of those would be very dangerous for the Pacers. That would suddenly become a 2-run ball game. They're going to let Siegler work his way out of this, it looks like. No visit from the dugout. We'll see what happens here as Jones digs in. First pitch low for ball 1. Now we're going to have a visit to the dugout, try to settle Siegler down a little bit. But we'll take a short break, be right back. So we are back. 1-0 count on Carson Jones after the visit to the mound for Siegler. And the 1-0 is fouled off out of play, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. High and outside for a ball. Good fastball, just missed, 2-2. And a curveball hit him. Oh, and they're going to tell him to stay in there. He didn't get out of the way enough. That's going to draw a reaction from the Lander bench. So instead of bases loaded, it will be a full count to Carson Jones. Lander going to argue the call. Head coach Jason Burke out there trying to plead his case. It's actually not that often you see an umpire keep a batter in the box after getting hit by a ball. You'll see that more often in college, or at least in D2 college, than you will in the majors. I've never seen it done in the majors. And we're going to take a short break while they try to sort things out. So we are back, 3-2 count to Carson Jones. 1 out, runners on the corners. And in fact, the fact that they kept him in the box may have actually extended Siegler's night. I have a feeling they would have. And we are still going on. I'm actually going to turn off the mic right now for a moment. Well, the third base coach has been ejected for Lander. We are going to get back to things right now. Again, a 3-2 count to Carson Jones with one out, a long break for Siegler. Try to collect his thoughts, try to stay warm out there, and possibly get a ground ball double play to end the game. A strikeout would also be welcome. We'll get back to action. And here comes the 3-2. And that one is grounded through the left side for a base hit. Run scores. And it is now a 9-5 Pacer lead. And that will draw Kenny Thomas's attention. He's going to make a call to the bullpen. Siegler's night is over. And we will be right back, taking yet again another break. Well, Hunter Schuff coming out of the Pacer bullpen now. Siegler managed to go a third of an inning, 2 walks, 1 hit. So far, 1 run, and that was an earned run. The runners that are on base are his responsibility. Hunter Schuff's stat line, 7.77 ERA, a 1-1 record in 2 starts, 15 appearances. 24 and a third innings pitched, 33 hits, 25 runs, 21 earned, 18 walks, 21 strikeouts, and opponent batting average of .314. Runners on first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Nathan Schreckengoss coming up to bat. Pacers leading 9-5. Schreckengoss 1 for 3 with an RBI and a single. First pitch, fastball missing high for ball 1. The 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Just have a couple more going in the bullpen. One of them looks like Freddie Beeman. I haven't seen the other number yet. Pitch in there for a strike, 2-1. Maybe Jamie Moreland going as well. Here's the 2-1. Good pitch there, falls into the strike zone, 2-2. Popped up behind the plate. Pereira thinks he's got a play on it, and it's going to end up on the roof of the stadium. The count stays right where it is at 2-2 to Schreckengast. Again, fly ball, shallow left field. Smithers has a read on it, though, and he'll make the catch for the second out.
The catcher, number 7, Zach Moore.
And now Zach Moore coming to the plate. Moore 0 for 4 today. Was robbed of a hit back in the 5th. And has struck out twice. Runners still on first and second now with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. And he'll foul off the first pitch, high inside fastball, strike 1. Yeah, 1. Fouled off again, 0-2. Lander down to their final strike. The 0-2. Fastball misses high, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Schuff comes in and slams the door shut to close things out. Pacers win Game 3 to get the series sweep by a score of 9-5. They also clinch their 20th Peach Belt Conference victory and their 20th win here at Roberto Hernandez Stadium this season. Pacers will be back in action here at Roberto Hernandez on May the 4th. What a good day that is, against Emmanuel. That'll be at 7 p.m. And then their final home game of the season before we go into tournament play will be May the 5th versus Catawba at 4 o'clock p.m. But the Pacers get the sweep and hold on to their second-place conference standing. We move on to future games, but until then, I'm Marcus Johnson. Thank you, and have a good one.